Above the sky beneath to see, hiding in a space or lost in our destiny. Believe in me and be with me. Well, everything's meant to be. I've seen people come and go with hand with broken dream. When the stars are gone, the night is cold and so lonely. But if it's my only chance to catch you in this tiny life, the world on fire and I will hold you tight to the end of the time. None of us will say goodbye, and my love will die forever. You and I. Don't you leave a tear for me. Don't you sleep with a broken dream. When everything's meant to be. Through the fire and through the tide, through the thing I call it love, and brought you by my side. Believe in you and hold your hand. Any stories can never end. I've seen people often cry with someone's taking mine. Someone got the reason but never really find the rhyme. Well, I met you in this life. I'll be brave and try my very best. The word is meant, but I will hold you tight to the end of the time. None of us will say goodbye, and my love will die forever. You and I. Don't you leave a tear for me. Don't you sleep with a broken dream. When everything's meant to be. Like you and I are meant to be. Above the sky beneath to see, hiding in a space or lost in our destiny. Believe in me and be with me. Well, everything's meant to be. I've seen people come and go with hand with broken dream. When the stars are gone, the night is cold and so lonely. But if it's my only chance to catch you in this tiny life, the world on fire and I will hold you tight to the end of the time. the sky beneath to see, hiding in a space or lost in our destiny. Believe in me and be with me. Well, everything's meant to be. I've seen people come and go with hand with broken dream. When the stars are gone, the night is cold and so lonely. But if it's my only chance to catch you in this tiny life, the world on fire and I will hold you tight to the end of the time. None of us will say goodbye, and my love will die forever. You and I. Don't you leave a tear for me. Don't you sleep with a broken dream. When everything's meant to be. Through the fire and through the tide, through the thin I called it love and brought you by my side. Believe in you and hold your hand. Any stories can never end. I've seen people often cry with someone's taking mine. Someone got the reason but never really find the rhyme. Well, I met you in this night. I'll be brave and try my very best. The word is meant, but I will hold you tight to the end of the time. None of us will say goodbye, and my love will die forever. You and I. Don't you leave a tear for me. Don't you sleep with a broken dream. When everything's meant to be. Like you and I are meant to be.
Oke ya, kita akan masuk ke dalam gamenya ya teman-teman. Dan sebelum gue pengen lihat dulu ya, siapa saja yang sudah nonton. Oke, baru sedikit ya. Oke lah, kita masuk ke dalam gamenya. Gue clean dulu ya. Oke, masih ada sedikit. So anyway, kita lihat dulu ya. Ya masih sedikit lah. Tapi kan nanti banyak lah. Oke, kita sekarang masuk ke dalam video gamenya ya. Oke, sebelum gua mulai, gue pengen cek dulu ya. Sabar, gue pengen cek dulu. Oke, sepertinya sudah ya. Sabar, ntar. Oke, ini lagi periksa-periksa dulu sih. Oke, dia sudah bisa ya, gue udah cek. Dan kita akan mulai live-nya dalam 3, 2, 1, dan selamat malam kepada kita semua. Kembali lagi ke channel JBerapiSlayer, dan pada malam ini gue akan melanjutkan main game Genshin Impact ya. Dan di sini gue akan main story quest-nya punya si Baizhu. Dan seperti di episode kemarin kita sudah menyelesaikan semua eventnya dan tinggal story quest punya dia dong ya yang belum. Dan satu lagi yang event ini yang punya Saweria. Jadi tinggal 6 hari lagi palingnya di next episode gue akan menyelesaikannya sambil gue akhir-akhir itu wish ya di banner. Wish banner supaya gue dapat ganyo atau Baizhu ya di next episode. Nah di episode ini gue akan menyelesaikan story questnya punya Baizhu supaya gue nggak ketinggalan versinya ya, karena ada versi 3,7 nanti. Jadi ya gue harus menyelesaikan secepatnya ya. Oke, misalnya di sini kita ambil beta pass dulu ya. Kita ambil beta pass dulu. Eventnya sih tinggal bagian talenta doang ya. Berarti itu sudah mulai habis ya versinya. Jadi kita harus cari maksudnya menyelesaikannya dengan cepat supaya ya tinggal masuk aja ke versi baru. Oke, sebelum gua akan memulaikan live-nya untuk memainkan gameplaynya, teman-teman jangan lupa teman-teman untuk kasih like, komen, dan subscribe ya, dan jangan lupa untuk kasih donasi yang ada di deskripsi gua. Oke semua. Dan sebelum gua akan memulaikan story quest-nya, gua akan menyelesaikan daily commission dulu ya. Oke, kita sudah berada di sini. Kita turun ya. Oke, seperti biasa ke Jukinchi ya. Kita ngomong lama-lama. Ini kita skip aja lah, lama banget soalnya ngomong mereka. Oke, sepertinya sudah ya. Oke, teman, lama banget. Oke, kita ke atas ya. Kita jalan-jalan saja. Ini gue selesainya palingan 12:30 deh nih. Oke, kita ke sana ya. Kalau gitu gue pakai Yelan aja ya supaya lebih cepat. Oke, nah, dia kok di sini ya? Cepet banget dah dia. Oke, kita ganti dulu ya sebentar. Oke, kita ganti dulu nih sama Yelan.
Let's go get ourselves some
Let's
answer.
go. Lompat. Awas dulu. Oke, kita drop dan kita ngomong ke Jukinchi lagi, teman. Oke, sudah ya. Sekarang kita lanjut ke sini. Ya, kita cepat-cepat lah. Oke, kita sudah ada di sini dan kita ke sana ya. Oh, itu pasti hancurin ya, masalah. Oh enggak hancurin sih, apa sih? Melindungi.
What's our
Oke lah,
objective?
kita melindungi ya. Dan kita melindungi, yap, lindungi kargonya ya. Kita ke situ. Makan tuh.
Here we go.
Sudah. Oke, kemana lagi? Situ ya? Oke. Biar aja tuh kargonya dibantain, coy. Yang penting jalan aja ini yang penting ya. Oke.
Think you can get away?
Bakar. Oke, mana dia? Lama banget dah. Bisa dah lama banget. Aduh, mau kena.
Stabilize.
Shine down.
Oke, kita tinggal tunggu aja sini sih. Udah aman. Udah hilang kan? Aman. Oke, next di mana lagi? Di sini ya. Let's go. Oke. Oke, lawan samurai itu ya. Let's go. Oke, lawan Kiragi nih. Dengan kita jangan pakai ini deh. Pakai Yelan sama
Who's our target this
Hadiah ya.
time?
I've been waiting for you for ages.
Oke, sip, kita lawan.
What's
Gotcha.
Gather. Order guide you. Place.
Hey,
There is no escape. Things are about to get dicey.
go.
I will have
Makan nih. Boom. Udah hancur semuanya. Gila, pakai zolik sakit coy ultinya. Oh ya, gue lupa. Untung gua ambil. Oke, ambil dulu ya. Mantap. Oke, next di mana lagi? Di sini ya. Oke, kita ke sana dulu. Oke, ini pasti challenge lagi. Yang ini challenge.
Take it easy.
Oke, biasa ini.
frostbite.
Everyone's okay.
Boom, mati. Yuk, ambil lagi.
This is order.
Illusion shattered.
Dah, mati. Easy coy. Jangan harap nih susah coy, ini easy. Oke, dikit lagi tuh 32. Oke, sekarang kita kembali ke Inazuma ya. Inazuma aja. Yuk. Gua sampai perbaiki dulu ini, aduh. Tapi sekarang gua nggak mau tunda-tunda lagi karena gua kebanyakan tinggalan ini. Jadi ya, gua pengen cepat-cepat selesai. Story questnya bodo amat kalau berapa tulis yang lihat.
Add astro.
Apa?
Thank you for
Oke, sudah ya.
add astro.
Kita lihat dulu expeditionnya. Kita ambil hadiah kita ya. Oke, mantap. Sekarang kita ke ini dulu sebentar. Oke, kita heal dulu sebentar. Oke, baru kita akan kembali lagi ke Liyue Harbor ya. Oke, kita di Harbor dan sekarang kita akan mulai story questnya ya. Lebih cepat lebih ini. Come on. Oke, kita sudah di Harbor. Kita ambil dulu beta pass-nya. Mantap, 32. Oke, sip. Dan sekarang kita mulai ya story questnya. Let's go, kita unlock dulu. Mantap. Kita ambil dulu kuncinya, mantap. Oke, mencari dokter. Oke, di mana tuh? Di sana ya. Let's go. Wait a minute, itu kan lumayan jauh ya. Iya, kenapa nggak gua teleport aja ya? Karena kan belum juga naik gua. Oke, kita sudah sampai. Nah, kesini ya. Oke, ada Cici. Kita ngomong ya. Dan kita seperti biasa, kita relaxing aja sambil gua
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
Head balis gue ini siapa
Are
nih?
you lost?
Cici, sekarang gua.
No, I'm not.
Tapi gua nggak suka banget ya.
My name's
Cuma
Ayu,
suaranya aja
and
gua
I'm
suka.
here because
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gray. What's going on? Hi, Traveler and Paimon.
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city. Probably wandered away from his parents and...
Oh, sepertinya
no, listen to me.
Ayu ini
I'm not the
tersesat
one
ya.
who's lost. It's my dad.
Your dad? How does a fully grown man manage to get lost in Liyue Harbor?
Well, my dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react sometimes. But I'm worried that it's getting more serious.
So, what about your mom?
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my dad, but she still hasn't come back. Meanwhile, my dad's been getting worse and worse.
seperti biasa.
I remember
Ini
that
dulu,
the
coy.
owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs a
Sambil
clinic in Chingsa Village during the
dengerin ya,
lantern
gua.
ride. So I thought, why don't I take Dad to Liyue Harbor to see him there?
Pasti maksudnya Baizhu.
When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone. I
Yeah,
asked the Millith guys to go
lupa.
find
Kayak
him,
gua lupa
but he
soalnya.
said they won't be able to send that many people. So then I figured, maybe I can ask some other people in the city to help.
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people. Isn't that right, Traveler?
Nah, itu mah gampang.
Changshan can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog. Hey, who's
Oh, ini
talking
Changseng.
about me behind my back?
Dia ada Baizhu.
Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be upset. Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
Hei,
Do
Baizhu.
you have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baizhu?
Oh, paman ya.
Uncle Baizhu.
Shang, now's not the time. My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's condition? as much as you can recall.
Yes, Dr. Baizhu.
Oke, dia ceritain dulu ya ke Baizhu tentang
I
ayahnya nih.
see. And your family lives near Qingse village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Rite. She always tells me to just stay at home and keep my dad company.
Is that so? Ayu, by any chance, is your mother's name Jiangli?
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baizhu?
I
Dia tahu semuanya
certainly
si
do.
Baizhu ya.
Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment? Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine, so I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of you have time to join me?
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we'd help.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful. We are most grateful for your support.
Serahkan saja kepada kami.
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but once that's taken care of, we'll be right out to help you with the search.
Family is very important.
Thank you. Then I'll leave you to handle the pharmacy. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu? Let's start by talking to the Millilith guards at the city gates, see if they have an update.
Oke. Dan apa tuh chapter Lagenaria dimulai ya. Oke. Kita sampai selesai, kita ngomong ke
His
Cici dulu.
family. We have to find them.
Oke, kita harus mencari mereka ya. Oke, jadi kita kemana nih? Ke bawah sana ya. Let's go. Kita speed aja.
Take it easy.
Oke.
We searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield. But where are we gonna get the people?
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Ah, hey there, buddy. Dr. Baizhu. What brings you out this way?
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to update us on?
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower. As for updates, I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was heading towards the Guili Plains. But it is possible that he was bound for Luhua Pool.
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
Kami akan cek ke area itu ya.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
That's okay. Thank you for trying.
Oke. Dan sekarang kita akan kemana tuh? Wah, lumayan jauh ya tuh.
I'm afraid we have to stay at our posts, so we won't be able to join you in the search.
Wah, gue kirain. Oke lah. Kita ke sini ya. Let's go. Oke, let's go. Kita ke situ. Kita speed run aja. Let's go. Kita jalannya cepat ya. Udah pernah pakai skillnya si Yelan. Boom. Ini kayak flash coy. Stun coy. Oke, lompat. Lompat lagi. Boom.
Dad! Dad, can you hear me?
Ah, penasaran gue yang ini ya.
Solidify.
Haha, penasaran kan, gue tahu coy.
Unsolicited.
Gue
All
tahu,
the more
penasaran kan.
valuable for it.
Oh, itu siapa tuh?
There's somebody over there.
Oke, ini siapa ini?
no. It's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
Kenapa nih? Orang ini gila kah?
Watch where you're going!
Oh, Hutao tiba-tiba datang, coy.
Dear customer, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't hasten the inevitable. Are you all right? Huh? Dad!
Hey, Hutao!
My, who do we have here? It's the Traveler in Paimon, and... my worst nightmare.
Oh, si Hutao benci sama si Baizhu ya.
See, she still hasn't warmed to you.
Thank you, Director Who, for saving this man.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
You're...
Oh, ini bapaknya ketemu. Dia pelupa kayak mau bunuh diri aja dia.
Your name is Jia Liang, and you live just west of Qingse Village.
Jialing,
You were supposed
Jia
to come
Liang
to Liyue Harbor
namanya.
to see the doctor. Remember? Does that jog your memory?
Oh, my name is Jialiang.
Oh, benar-benar pelupa dia ya.
See the doctor? Yes, I'm Jialiang, and I need to see the doctor. Wait, why do I need to see the doctor?
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away. Sorry, Hutao. Gotta dash. Dinner's on us next time.
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state, are you?
Huh? Why not? What's the problem?
Apa masalahnya, coy?
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot the signs? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for your own ends?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
There are traces of God remains in Jialiang's system.
Yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will be unthinkable.
Paimon, sorry. What?
God remains?
There's no need to worry, Director Who. I have methods of keeping them at bay. It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I have to neglect a patient in need who is right there in front of me? Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Now you're bringing my great-uncle into this? Baizhu, just what are you planning this time?
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you
Tahu
have
apa
any
terjadi
doubt as to my
bersama Baizhu
intentions,
sama
you are
Hutao
more
ini yang
than
mereka
welcome to accompany me to
adu
Boo
berantem
Boo
dulu dari
Pharmacy
tadi.
and monitor my activities.
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today.
Hey, kami masih di sini ya.
Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by keeping Jia Liang here. I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great-uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
You must be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back to Boo Boo Pharmacy at once.
Oke, kita balik ke farmasi lagi ya, tempat farmasi. So, kita loading aja, tunggu. Agak lama juga.
Blockages within the cardiovascular system.
Oh, ini tempatnya ya, kayak di rumah sakit aja.
Reduced blood flow and energy circulation? I see. I suppose this must have caused the cognitive abnormalities.
Dr. Baizhu, how bad is it? Can you cure him?
Don't you worry. Baizhu's a really great doctor. He's sure to find a way. Isn't that right, Baizhu?
Ayu, do you know when your father first started displaying these symptoms?
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I can remember. But it wasn't as bad as this when I was still little.
So it's been a long time indeed.
Sabar ya, gue lagi perbaiki dulu nih mouse gue. Oke, apa kondisi benar-benar parah?
I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, Ayu will find his father healthy and lucid again.
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you so much.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Hu, please feel free to hang around for as long as you wish.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating a patient. Any distractions heighten the risk of complications.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss.
Kami juga ke kelan dulu ya.
See you
Kita
tomorrow,
keluar dulu.
Baizhu and Changchang.
Bye for now, everyone.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on, let's get started.
Oke, kita mulai ya.
All's well that ends well, huh?
Oke, kita sudah di luar ya.
Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like?
Maksudmu guru Baizhu?
Yeah, you must be curious too, right? Let's go see what we can find out while Baizhu's busy treating Ayu's dad.
Oke, sekarang kita cari informasinya ya. Jadi kita cari dokter Baizhu kan? Tapi dokter Baizhu di dalam sih. Oh nggak, itu berarti ke Hutao. Cari informasi tentang Baizhu ya. Berarti kita ke Hutao, karena Hutao dekat banget sama Baizhu. Gua nggak tahu apa terjadi dengan mereka ya berdua. So, kita ke Hutao dulu.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docs doing surgery. Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director today?
Sebenarnya
Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces, you've got some questions for me.
Guilty as charged. So, we were just a little curious about Baizhu's master. What was he like? Oh, and also, how come you and Baizhu could tell so quickly that Jia Liang had God remains in his system?
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war.
oh sepertinya memang pernah.
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up, so our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between life and death. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify gods' remains when we see them.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baizhu learn to spot them?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baizhu's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy
Wah, tahu
director of
sebenarnya nih
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
keluarga mereka gimana dah.
Fancy that. Huh.
Jadi sebenarnya ini Hutao nih
If he was from
kenal
Wangsheng Funeral
Baizhu, berarti
Parlor,
itu
how
pamannya
did he
kan?
end up as Baizhu's master?
According to my grandpa, He and my great uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great uncle, because after that encounter, he suddenly announced he wanted to leave the family business and go practice medicine instead. My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine. But why did it drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives? That seems a bit extreme.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng funeral parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him. And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics. And you've seen how wary Baizhu is around me. He'd never tell me anything. But even that says to me that he definitely has something to hide. One thing I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say.
Hidup abadi.
Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers.
Okay.
Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baizhu himself about all of this tomorrow.
Oke. Jadi kita nunggu Baizhu besok pagi ya. Kita nggak mau putar lagi.
While you're here, have either of you seen Chi-Chi around?
Oh, yang
It's
cari
not
Cici
every
ya.
day I get to infiltrate Baiju's lair, but alas, I didn't catch a single glimpse of her anywhere. Aha! What if Baizhu knew I'd be on the lookout for her and hid her away in advance?
Oke. Mantap dah. Dan kita tunggu ya. Kita pause dulu sebentar ya. Aku pengen lihat dulu. Oke, sudah 45 menit ya, dan kita kebanyakan ini coy. Oke, lanjutin aja ya, kita print dulu memorinya. Oke, let's go ya. Kita nunggu sampai jam 8 ya. Oke, nunggu jam 8 sini. Oke ya.
It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jialiang is doing.
It tastes gross.
Nah, itu mereka.
Dad!
Are you?
Oh, dia udah sadar ya, udah kembali
you
normal.
remember me?
Yes, I remember now.
Jadi kembali normal ya.
I'm so sorry.
Dia sadar dia.
You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baiju's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Not at all, Dr. Baizhu. It's only because Jiang Li, What was her reason again?
Dan dia lupa lagi.
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert yourself.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh? But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jia Liang for as long as you wish. Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh, come on, Baizhu. I'm not that unreasonable.
Berantem lagi, coy. Sepertinya raut muka Baizhu ada yang salah dengannya.
I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baizhu, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Changsheng and myself for a moment.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now. But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
Who's there?
Gua doang, coy. Saya, coy. Ada apa?
Why did you follow us here?
Aku tadi merasa raut wajahmu kurang sehat.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
Bukan ada
What did I just
segar kali.
say about putting on a brave face? Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness. Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his system.
Kekuatan kehidupan.
Baizhu, can you please explain all of this?
Iya, jelasin lah. Ada apa terjadi
My
nih?
predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baizhu's strange choice of a necklace. Hey,
Buset
I'll
dah.
have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin. I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text. Whoa, guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
Please, that's enough.
Ya, batuk lagi dia. Kamu jadi makin pucat, coy.
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your life force, does that mean you're actually damaging your own body?
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited.
We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body, and soon. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him, or he'll exhaust himself trying to accomplish everything on his own.
Kami akan bantu kok.
Baizhu, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this from everyone for your entire life. Time will see that all secrets surface eventually.
Entire life. Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out before.
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home and look for clues as to how he might have been exposed to it. Yes, I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot to the west of Qingsa village. Let's head there together once I've asked Gui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy. As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should also keep an eye out for Ayu's missing mother, my fellow disciple,
Jadi kita akan
Jiang Li.
cari ibunya si Ayu juga ya. Oke, dan yang selesai part pertama sudah selesai ya. Ini sekarang kita masuk ke bagian tengahnya ya. Part 2 masih belum selesai. Ayo, ini masuk ke part 2. Kita ke sini ya. Let's go. Oke, kita sudah sampai dan kita ke sana ya. Oke, kita sudah di sini. Oh, gue baru tahu ada rumah di sini ya. Padahal di sini nggak ada apa-apa, coy. Gue tahu gue ada perumahan ya di sini. Satu rumah.
Whoa, there's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiang Li was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiang Li? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me.
Oke, ini siapa
As a
yang
result,
nonton ya?
the time I spent studying
Silakan kasih
alongside
komen
her was
supaya
rather
gue
short.
tahu.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels
Silakan
and
komentar ya
decided to
supaya gue
settle
tahu
down
ini.
with him.
Supaya kita bisa
That
main bareng
must
nanti
have been
setelah
Jiang.
quest ini ya.
Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Dan dia
Jiang
keluar
Li
ya.
did occasionally come back to
Cepat
Chenyu
sekali,
Vale to
coy.
see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family. The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Quarrel? What happened?
I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiang Li or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
What the? Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiangli has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
Oke, kita akan keliling-keliling dulu ya. Kumpulkan petunjuk di area sekitarnya ya. Oke.
How time flies. Zhengli's had a son, and he's all grown up.
I wonder if Jiangli's changed at all after all these years.
Oke. Coba kita cek dulu ya, amati pilarnya. Ada tanda sama terlihat di bawah, mungkin digunakan untuk mencatat tinggi badan ya. Oke, 2 di sini. Oke, yang ketiga di sananya ya. Yap. Ada buku.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
Ada apa nih?
What is this?
Apa tuh? Kegelapan,
Chang
coy.
and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
Sisa-sisa dewa.
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains.
Is it breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is... Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading!
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jialiang? Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself?
Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
Huh? So you're saying... it was Jiangli? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiangli does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jialiang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Apa kamu tahu cara untuk menetralisir racunnya?
Yes. According to the origins and symptoms of diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother load is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Aku cuma pernah dengar gosipnya doang sih.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this?
Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! Baizhu, maybe when you retire,
Oke, kenapa
you
Lumi
can
langsung
let Paimon sign
berpikir?
a contract
Ada
with
apa
Changsheng for a
sebenarnya?
few days.
Kita pikir dulu.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey, what are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Aneh, Baizhunya tidak kuat dan bukannya gurunya meninggal dunia waktu masih muda.
Ugh,
Gue gak tau gurunya si Baizhu kayak siapa ya.
ugly nicknames, both of you. Baizhu, you're mannequin man. Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck.
Buset dah, Paimon,
This is
jangan
exactly why your
toxic
natural
dah.
temperament makes you woefully
Langsung toxic
unsuited to
dah,
being
ya
my
ampun.
host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are, if it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Sebenarnya,
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
siapa kamu di sana? Dan dia muncul.
Called?
Gets Paimon every time.
Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
It's you.
Baizhu of Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once
Tiba-tiba dia
before.
langsung teleport dari bawah.
I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Lihat. Nggak aku jelaskan. Oke, jelasin lah.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Qingsa village. A vile monster known as the Che once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis.
The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Jinxa village was founded sometime after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Cha is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
Jadi begitu rupanya.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
Oke. Terima kasih, Xiao.
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
Oke, dia langsung teleport lagi dan
What a
hilang.
strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them. That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Siapa ini?
Master!
Ada balas
Master,
Gui.
there's a problem.
Gui? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine 1 minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
Oke, kita kembali ke farmasi lagi ya, ke tempat farmasi. Makin kacau aja deh ini siang Ling. Oke, kita teleport lagi, kita ke sini ya. Makin kacau aja nih si Jiang Liang ini ya. Dan ini udah jam sore. Oke, kita speedrun aja, let's go.
Take it easy.
Oke.
Dad, what's wrong? Dad?
Kenapa nih?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baizhu, you're back. My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he
muka
can't
darah,
even get a
coy.
full word out anymore.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Kui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baizhu's not gonna use Chang Sheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save
Oke, kita tunggu ya.
Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baizhu will find a way.
But...
Ya, kasihan coy. Oke, jadi kita tunggu ya. Jam 8 lagi. Oke, sudah ya.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu?
Nah,
I still
Dr.
haven't had
Baizhu
a
tiba-tiba
chance to
hilang
thank
lagi
him.
coy.
Seems
Mana
to
lagi
move
dia
me
tuh?
here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh,
lagi coy.
really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiangli once we find her. Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baizhu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he... Huh? Hey, wait up!
Oke, jadi kita akan bertemu sama Baizhu lagi ya. Oke, dan sepertinya loading dan kita tunggu. Nah, kenapa nih si Baizhu nih? Makin tambah kacau aja dia ya.
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice.
Apa ini?
In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiangli's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a
Oke, ini
catch.
siapa yang nonton?
So, how much longer do you
Kasih
think
komentar
Baizhu's
ya di
gonna
live-nya
nap
supaya gue
for?
tahu.
They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Oke, jadi kita berdiri dan kita akan keluar. Oke, betul sama itu ya, sama pasiennya. Makin lama makin kacau show ini.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
Apa kalian baik-baik saja?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment, and as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from God remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
Makanya jalan baru.
Still, Using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiangli had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
Oke, ini kalau ada yang lagi nonton, silahkan kasih komentar ya supaya gua tahu siapa yang nonton ini. Tolong kasih komentarnya ya supaya gua tahu siapa
God
yang
remains
nonton.
are extremely dangerous to be around
Supaya nanti
because
kita bisa
humans
main
have no
bareng, coy.
natural defense against them.
Oke?
I shudder to think how many times Jiangli has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that adeptus described. In an effort to save Jia Liang's life, Jiangli has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human
Takdir.
means in order to do the
Takdir.
impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jia Liang's condition for now, so our immediate
kembali lagi ke
priority should be to
desa
get
Xingxie
ourselves
ya,
back to
dan cari
Qingse
Jiang Li
village and
lagi.
find out
Oke.
where Jiang Li is. Her regular exposure to God remains over such
Jadi,
a long
tambah buruk,
period
coy, nih.
will
Gua
have
nggak
been
tahu kenapa
catastrophic for her
istrinya,
health. And given that she's already been missing for
Oke, ini
several
kenapa nih kok di
days,
sini sih?
I am fearing the
Ini
worst.
siapa ini? Jiang Li kah? Siapa itu?
It's me.
Oh, Jiang
Trevor,
Liang.
Dr. Baizhu.
Racuni diri sendiri atau istrinya yang racuni si Jiang Liang ya?
Paimon, you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake. After all,
Oh,
if it
Jiang Li
wasn't for
sama
me,
Jia
she
Liang.
wouldn't have had to
Aduh.
put herself in harm's way in the first
Berarti
place.
kita cari
I
istrinya ya
know I
namanya
won't be of
Jiang
much
Li.
help in battle, but
Jadi
at the
karena
very
selama ini
least,
istrinya
I can
nggak tahu
show you the
kemana.
way.
Malah bapaknya sama anaknya
I'm
ada.
sure I'll be able to remember.
Tapi
I
bapaknya
know
yang
there's a
makin
spot
tambah
where she
parah
says
ya.
goodbye to me every time she
Sedangkan
goes to
istrinya nggak tahu.
gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Oke, jangan terlalu paksa coy, jangan terlalu paksa.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No, we're out of time. We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now. And that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very well. Then follow me.
Oke, kita ikutin ya. Dan ada Hutao di itu ya, lagi mata-matain mereka. Dan Cici lagi duduk. Si Cici lagi duduk coy, nungguin mereka.
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
Oke, sepertinya chapter yang kedua sudah selesai dan sekarang kita masuk ke final ya ini. Nah, ini terakhir Oke, kita cepat selesai dan kita akan kemana nih? Ke sini lagi ya. Xingxie virus lagi. Desa itu lagi ya. Oke. Waduh. Tolong kasihin ID kalian ya supaya kita bisa main bareng nanti kalau sudah selesai ya main apa tuh quest ini. Gue juga pengen ya keliling-keliling dulu sih untuk mencari Primo Gems gua. Karena Primo Gems gua sudah berapa ini? Oh, sudah expired ya ini. Kita lihat dulu. 12.195. Berapa itu? Oke, sini ya. Up.
That strange feeling is back.
Aduh.
It's just like the day I
Jadi
went
tambah
missing.
buruk lagi dong.
It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
Oke, dari mana
I think
sumbernya
it's
coy?
this way.
Oke, kita ikutin ya.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Oke, kita ikutin.
I feel a dull ache in my heart.
Oke, sabar coy, sabar.
This must be the way.
Oh shoot, gua fokus gua. Malah gua jadi jatuh coy. Oke, di sini.
This place feels familiar.
Oke, kita masuk ke
I think I've been here before.
sini ya. Ke dalam goa ini.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Oke. Oke guys, sebelum kita masuk kita sebentar dulu ya, gue pengen ini dulu. Sabar ya guys, gue pengen pause dulu sebentar ya. Sabar sebentar. Sebelum kita masuk ke ruinsnya ya. Oke, kita kembali lagi ya. Dan sepertinya di sini sudah ada yang chat katanya, Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam, coy. Suami aku Kokomi, coy. Ayang Kokomi, ya berarti lu suka banget ya sama Kokomi ya. Iyalah, saya di sini ya pakai Kokomi saya yang di bagian will right back. Jadi ya gitulah. Saya sekali ya gue ganti-ganti layar supaya kalian suka ya apa aja yang kalian suka di ininya. So, ya gitulah gue. Makasih sama yang Kokomi, coy. I like it, Kokomi. Oke, kita sudah kembali lagi di gamenya dan kita lanjutin lagi ya. Oke, sabar dulu. Pengen dapat Kokomi sih, tapi ya belakangan aja lah. Sebelum gua. Oke. Sekarang kita masuk ya ke dalam ruinsnya. Solo seperti biasa. Dendro sama ini. Gue yakin sih dendronya ini Baizhu ya, setahu gue ya. Sabar, gue mikir dulu. Ya, atau gimana ya? Gue sih Baizhu setahu gue ya ini ya. Coba nih gue ganti di lokasi ya.
Objective?
Let's go. Gue yakin sih pasti ini ya. Nah, bener kan Baizhu? Apain coy?
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead?
The digging marks here appear immature and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel.
A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I don't know.
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Okay,
Easy,
kenapa lagi nih?
Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
Oke, sudah yakin kan pakai Baizhu? Lihat aja tuh Baizhu. Oke, kita ke situ. Oh, oke, ada para vehicle di situ. Enak ya.
Busted. There is no escape.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Makan tuh. Makan tuh. Ya, mana lagi? Lagi. Oke, mantap. Mana lagi? Oh, udah selesai ya. Easy. Oke, ini campnya siapa nih? Dan ini apa ini?
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
Aku tidak lihat ada debu di atas pembakar dupa. Ini harusnya milik treasure hoarder.
I
Tapi mereka kemana
believe
dah?
this sensor was used to burn a monster repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense? You sure? Because we did run into that group of monsters just now.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiangli was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiangli to give me the poison.
Oh, ternyata Jiangli kasih racunnya ya.
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Oke, sepertinya mereka di bawah ya. Mereka sudah menunggu kita, coy. Oke lah. Buka pintunya, let's go. Ada tangga ini juga. Tapi gue ngeliat nggak ada chest gitu ya. Coba kita pelan-pelan dulu ya, sekalian kita cari chest ya.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Apa ini? Aktifkan. Wow. Cool. Keren. Oke, kebuka ya.
We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Wih, kebuka lagi coy. Wow. Apalagi nih ada kristal gini.
Hana doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here. There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
Oke. Nah, cukup aja sih. Oke, kita coba aja dulu ya, coba. Dorong. Ke situ dulu kita ya. Oke, sudah kebuka. Kita masuk dulu ya. Sini coba kita lihat dulu. Oke, berapa lagi recall di sini?
I will have order.
Shine down! Quietly now.
Mind the side effects.
Oke, mantap.
Taking a turn for the better.
Stabilize. This is order.
Here comes the catch.
The doctor was seen.
Illusion shattered.
Oke, mantap. Dapat ya. Sip. Oke, next di mana lagi? Buka pintu. Coba ya, kita ke situ dulu tapi yang sebelahnya. Oh, nggak bisa ya? Oke, kebuka ya. Nah, ada chest di sini juga. Oh, nggak bisa sih. Sabar dulu ya. Agak membingungkan coy. Kembali lagi ke semula ya. Jadi kembali ke semula. Ya udah, coba lanjutin lagi. Dorong. Oh, atau juga dari sini yang bisanya. Ah iya, dari sini. Nah. Oke, baru kita aktifkan. Nah, hubung juga kan di sini. Nah, gitu. Pintar gua. Oke, kita sudah di mana nih? Apa di sini? Nggak ada apa-apa kan? Oke, Jangan masih bertahan dia. Dan wait a minute, ada common chest, kamu lihat. Wow, kita lawan dia kah? Oke, kita lawan dia sepertinya. Let's go.
Take it easy.
Kita sepertinya lawan dia ya. Gila.
god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Takut gua lawan dia coy.
There is no escape.
A bitter pill to swallow.
I will have order.
Boom.
The doctor was singing.
Seems like an emergency.
Busted.
Mind the side effects.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Aduh kena.
Solidify.
Now you shall perish.
Ayo. Nice. Boom. Lala.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away! It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect. And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him! Baizhu, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang Li, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiang Li have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days.
Jangan kamu.
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see you grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiang Li back, then even if I die...
Apa?
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife?
Okay.
I just want...
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang, Baizhu, Changsheng, is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out.
If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Zhongli would not have had to resort to unnatural methods.
What a crazy situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jia Liang's life, and now Jia Liang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor, and he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me.
Oh, apa tuh? Oh, dipecahin coy.
I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you wish.
Okay. Oke, racunnya sudah hilang dan intinya juga racun dewanya juga udah hilang ya.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Kenapa nih? Dari
Mom,
atau
something's really wrong with Dad. Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Why would these memories come to mind now?
Oh, tiba-tiba hidup kembali coy, Jiang Li.
The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Ya, yang udah modal deh membalikkan dirinya untuk mengamalkan istrinya ya. Itulah cowok coy.
Jialiang! 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 Jialiang!
Oh, masih dibawa ke tempat
you
farmasinya ya. Di ruangannya si Baizhu.
Jiangli, are you? Didn't I... Huh? What are
diobatin coy.
these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to
si
prepare an elixir of
jadi
immortality.
zombie ya langsung.
With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I am as interested as you to find out. But However long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace.
Who tahu?
I hope that Director Who finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jia Liang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Who's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingce Village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Who nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
Aku tahu pasti ada yang sedang nguping percakapannya ya.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Who told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baizhu's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
All I wanted was to help Jia Liang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
You stay away from my dad. When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good.
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you.
Oke, dan dia
Traveler,
balik.
Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Is she finally gone? All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Oke, gue klik yang ini aja.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
Oke lah, kita cari bahan-bahannya ya untuk beli makan.
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changshang, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Oke, ikuti Jiangli.
Now that you are part zombie, there are some rules that you need to know.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
First, don't forget to stretch your body regularly. Second, don't forget
Jangan lupa apa?
Yes? Go on. Don't forget to...
I forgot.
Ya, dia lupa. Ya ampun, dah. Oke lah, kita tinggalin ruangannya ya. Ya, gimana dengan chestnya ya? Oke, ikuti Jiang Li, kemana dia? Oke, kita jalan ya.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu.
Oh iya, si Lumin sama Paimon kan beli makanan ya. Belanja mereka, sedangkan gua sama Jiang Li jalan-jalan ya. Bicara. Oke.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiang Li, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changshang's contract
berarti
lets you
Baizhu pernah
transfer
coba ya
between
minum
bodies,
racunnya itu?
is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiang Li. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jialiang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
Oh ya, yang
But
tadi
you
ya,
took
racun
such
di
a
pohon itu ya.
huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old, and I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. And then you tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
We are doctors, Jiang Li. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that some of them I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiang Li. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hah, udah beli makanan aja ada mereka ya.
Come and join us. The traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad'll be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you They will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Juga waktu Shangshan bilang tentang takdir.
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's master, has passed away at a young age.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
It is a very long story.
Oke, epic cutscene ya.
Long ago,
Mantap.
when plagues ravaged the land,
Nah, ini baru
one
fokus
doctor
gue nih.
made a pledge
Soal
to rid the
bersumpah
world
membebaskan dunia.
of pain and
Sakit.
suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years,
Itu si Baizhu
even
kan
his
waktu dulu.
dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor
Oh, ini
sought the
Baizhu
herb
waktu
lord,
dulu ya.
but found only a white
ada
snake.
ular.
Its breathing
Shangshan
weak
namanya ya.
and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poisoned chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi,
Oh,
I
si
can never
Shangshan ini
save
selalu
them.
berpindah tempat ya dia.
And
Kali ini
you,
terakhir lah.
what's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojin. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes.
knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
Oke.
Contract has strict requirements
Kembali
on the
lagi
host's
semula
natural
ya.
temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baizhu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Cheng Sheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison poison? And what makes a disease a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Cheng Sheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
Ramuan keabadian.
Precisely. I will be Cheng Sheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baizhu.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
We
Dan
also
makan coy.
have coconut milk
Tiba-tiba Cici
for
muncul.
Cheng Sheng and
Sadar.
Paimon. Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
Sisakan dikit untuk aku ya.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Oke, akhirnya selesai juga coy. Wah, mantap dah, selesai juga ya. 60 Primo Gems, oke. Kita udah lihat dulu. Pastinya berapa jadinya? 12.257 ya. Coba kita lihat dulu, udah selesai akhirnya, gila. Akhirnya ya. 76 ya, 76. Oke. Kita lihat dulu ya ininya. Palingan next episode gua akan main event quest yang terakhir sama sekalian apa tuh wish ya. Kita digabung itu next episode. Dan akhirnya sudah selesai ya guys story questnya, dan tinggal nunggu aja versi baru ya, dimana kalau ada story quest baru ya kita akan main ya. Dan di sini kita sudah menyelesaikan semuanya. Yang Baizhu sudah, Yelan udah, semua udah ya. Next episode katanya itu ada story quest baru ya buat si Yoimiya. Katanya dia akan pergi ke Sumeru. So, paling next episode kita akan main story quest yang punya dia, baru yang lain ya. Kita tunggu saja. Oke, sebelum gua akan menutup, gua udah berapa lama ya gua main ini ya. Gua pengen dulu. Soalnya gua juga butuh istirahat sih. Oke, sepertinya sudah 2 jam 14 menit ya. Oke. Nggak tahu lagi sih sebenarnya mau ngapain. Coba ya, kita lihat dulu. Apa ya yang tadi mau lihat? Battle Pass dulu kita lihat ya. Coba. Sih. Yaudah kita lawan bos dulu ya sebentar ya. Lawan bos dulu. Bosnya yang ini aja ya dulu ya. Lawan bos dulu ya 1 kali aja.
Let's go.
Oke, kita ganti dulu ya.
Sure.
You want me on your team? What exactly is teamwork?
Oke. Kenapa gua pakai Bennett ya? Ya coy. Pakai deh ya lah.
Time to get down to business.
Oke, let's go.
Stabilize.
Manifest. Unleash.
Oke, awas dulu, awas.
Transfiguration.
Makan ini. Oke. Multi aja, Bung. Bung. Oke, hilang dia. Sip. Oke, mantap ya. Oke, sekarang kita sudah selesai sih. Ini untuk karena ada event special questnya ya. Oke, nggak ada lagi kan? Udah selesai ya nih. Udah semua selesai. Udah nggak ada lagi. Yap, untuk formnya sudah selesai ya. Berarti tinggal wish aja ya di banner di next episode palingan. Oke, sebenarnya gue pengen upgrade dulu ya sebentar ya. Ya, cuma sedikit coy, bukan banyak. Oke. Kita tutupnya di sini ya. Sabar, bukan di sini sih, tahu gua. Bukan, salah gua. Bukan di sini, tapi di sini. Ya, di tempat yang bagus lah. Oke, kita sudah sampai ya. Baiklah teman-teman, sampai di sini sajalah kita main game Genshin Impact kita pada malam ini, karena saya sudah selesai main story questnya punya Baizhu, dan di next episode kita akan main event questnya ya, sambil sambil akan mengumpulkan semua Primo Jamesnya dan sampai wish ya di banner. Aduh, jadi belepotan karena udah selesai dan mulai ngantuk gua. So di next episode kita akan main event questnya serta nge-wish ya, kita sekalian nge-wish di bannernya supaya ya cepat selesai nih, pada tinggal 7 hari lagi, 1 minggu lagi ya. Jadi gua nggak mau lama-lama, jadi gua pengen cepat aja karena nanti ada event baru dan gua akan mau main game baru ya, Honkai Star Rail kalau ada waktu ya. Oke guys, sebelum gua menutup live stream gua, jangan lupa teman-teman untuk kasih like, comment, dan subscribe ya, dan jangan lupa untuk kasih donasi yang ada di deskripsi gua. Oke semua, always watching and always subscribe. Semuanya guys, bye bye.
I'm so happy.